All right, so here's the numbers from the Mayo Clinic. I'm going to tell you the numbers up front, and I'll just share about some of the testing that I had, some of the experiences that I had. But overall, it was positive, and that's what I tell people. I mean, no news is good news, and status quo is pretty good news. So for me, I'll talk about the NT-proBNP first. That's one of the markers that I look at, and that has to do with your heart effectiveness and efficiency. The higher the number, the worse it is. So unfortunately for me, that was one of the stumbling blocks for me. So my number was 810, which maybe for some people is good. When I started, I was at 1700, but last time I got measured, which was in June of this year, I was at 616. So I actually went up almost 200 points, which is a little bit alarming. So I've got to take a look at that. So people say, okay, so how can you change that? What do you need to do? Well, I'm going to increase my exercise load. I'm going to just, do anything that I can that has to do with my breathing and, obviously eating well and things like that. But all I know how to do is exercise and take care of myself. So that's where I'm going to start. The other number that's important is lambda free light chains. So my lambda free light change, which is the source of the disease, came in at 2.85. And I got to tell you, when I saw that, I was really, really excited. I was fired up because considered normal is 2.63. So I'm like, a few numbers away. Again, I was at 2.85. Normal is 2.63. I haven't measured my lambda free light chains since April of this year. So since April, it was 3.06, and now it's at 2.85. So that is really, really encouraging. What have I been doing different? That's the question you want to ask. I've been doing red light therapy for over a year and a half, so I don't think that's it. The only thing I've been doing different is I bought this PEMF mat, Pulsed Electronic Magnetic Frequency. And then I'm going to see this doctor who's doing Rife therapy on me. And if you don't know who Dr. Royal Rife is, do a little research, R-I-F-E. This guy was a revolutionary, and he was all about frequencies. So quick story, he said, well, everything has a frequency. So if this kidney has a positive frequency, a healthy frequency, if I took this healthy frequency and I really sent it into this unhealthy liver, would it actually help the liver heal? And the answer was yes. And so he started doing all types of things and healing all types of people. And so I'm seeing this doctor here, and that's maybe the reason for those numbers. So I'm not sure, but I'm excited about it. So that's the summary. Now, so all of you that are watching this channel, I'm sure have had all the tests, so I'm not going to go through all the tests that I have. But one of them that was very interesting, obviously you know that amyloidosis is a multi-system disease. And so on me, it's GI tract, nervous system, and my heart. And so I'm having some issues with my digestive system, my GI tract. So on Friday, I went in for this. Basically what they did is they took a radioactive isotope and they put it into a scrambled egg. They made me half an egg sandwich with half a glass of milk, and I was to eat that. And then I don't know what it was, 15 minutes later, whatever, they started the process. And I went into this room and I stood in front of this strange looking machine, and they basically were taking videos and snapping pictures, and I could see what looked like a ball of fire that was inside of my body, and it was in my small intestine. And you can see it as I came back throughout the course of the day. You could see it moving down. So the great news was it was actually normal, and we were concerned that it wasn't functioning properly because I have bloating all the time, and I'm just attempting to get to the bottom of it. So anyway, interesting test. The other test that was really interesting is they were testing my what's called autonomic reflex. It was an autonomic reflex screen. So they put me on this what was called a tilt table. I've had it done before. I had it done during diagnosis, but it's been a while. And they put you on, it's about a 90-minute procedure. Put the IV in, strap you down, put sensors on you, and they're measuring your autonomic nerves. And what are those nerves? Those are the nerves that function autonomously. For instance, your eyes blinking or your heart beating or things moving when you don't even know it. And so they were testing to see if any of that system had been compromised, because that system can have an impact on my GI when it's sending the signals that I should be digesting. So anyway, very, very interesting. Everything came back like okay, if you will. So overall, I mean, I need to get my NT-proBNP down. That's what I need to do as me, the patient. And so that's what I'm going to do. And then light chain proteins were incredible. I'm really excited and blessed about that. And the ratio was good. So the ratio was solid and where it needed to be. So very, very positive. So lastly, remember this coming Wednesday, we are at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, somebody to talk to, our private Zoom outreach program for amyloidosis support. It's about a 50-minute event. Obviously, you can leave and come anytime you want, but the host talks for about 3-4 minutes and welcomes people. And then, of course, they introduce the presenter. He or she speaks for about 14 minutes, and then it's open for discussion and questions. And lots of the discussion is with the amyloidosis attendees or the patients from all around the world that share their stories. So it's an incredible learning event. So this particular Wednesday, I am the presenter, and I'm talking about how your belief systems impact your experience with amyloidosis. Everything from healing to engaging with people to your day-to-day experience. Because my belief is, if I'm going to go through this amyloidosis, first of all, I'm going to beat it. But secondly, if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it in a good mood, right? Why be upset and pissed off at people and playing the victim when you're making a choice to live? And so anyway, I'm going to share all those things with you this coming Wednesday. I'll see you then.